So, very good morning to students of standard 5th. My name is Hiren sir and I will be taking your English subject. Okay. And you are also new students because you are coming from 4th standard to 5th standard. Yes or no? Yes. Now you have been grown up, means you have been moved to one stage forward in your standard also. Your intelligence and your mind would be working more because you have been grown up, that's why. So, very warm welcome to all of you. And before starting our chapter, that is English, or before starting the English subject, in that also first chapter, okay, that you should what should you do while watching the video, and what the things that you should do in the homework. It should be very neat and clean also. Okay. First of all, you have to buy the textbooks and you should keep one notebook with you of an English subject. Okay. And after that I will give you the hard words that we are discussing here also. Okay. That you should write in your notebooks. Okay. Some question and answers, if there will be, then you should write in the notebook while watching the video or after watching the video. So, these are the basic things that you should keep in your mind to learn the English, and you should always read the chapter, so you can get very speaking ability, or you can say you will know more English, how to, there should be a punctuations in the English. Okay. So, you have to read the English also, means you have to read the chapter. Okay. That habit will also increase in speaking English. Okay. That ability will be increased in you. That is why you should always read the chapter. Okay. If you know the chapter, then also you should read for your betterment, for your improvement of your English language. Okay, students. So, this is our English lecture, and I will take your English in standard 5th. In that there are 6 lessons in first semester. Okay, students, and this 6 chapter, and one of the first chapter is boundless nature. Okay, which nature? Boundless nature. Okay, I will write here standard 5th. Okay, and subject English. Now, our first chapter is, you should always improve your handwriting also, boundless nature. Boundless nature. Now, what do you mean by a boundless nature? The nature, if you will see, अगर आप देखते हैं अपने आसपास में, तो आप नेचर ही देखेंगे. ओके, नेचर को ही देखेंगे आप. यस और नो? डज इट हैव बाउंड्रीज? नो, इट डज नॉट हैव बाउंड्रीज. ओके, बाउंड्रीज मीन्स क्या, कि कोई एक लिमिटेशन नहीं है नेचर की. यस और नो? बिकॉज वी गेट मेनी थिंग्स फ्रॉम नेचर. हमें नेचर से कितनी भी सारी चीज़ें हमें वहाँ से मिलती है. यस और नो? फर्स्ट ऑफ ऑल फॉर लिविंग पर्पज ओनली. ओके, फॉर लिविंग, टू वर्क आवर बॉडी, और टू सस्टेन, और टू लिव इन दिस नेचर, ऑन दिस वर्ल्ड, you should always need food, water and air. ओके, ये 3 चीज़ें हैं, वो हमें कहाँ से मिलती है? तो कि वो हमें नेचर से मिलती है. Boundless nature means what? That nature does not have any boundary. Okay, they are also useful in many other ways. Yes or no? Each and everything that we are just enjoying now. Okay, the technology, if you just टेक एन एग्जाम्पल ऑफ अ मोबाइल. अगर आप मोबाइल के एग्जाम्पल्स लेते हैं तो मोबाइल किस चीज़ से बनते हैं? तो कि वो फैब्रिक से बनता है, फिर उसमें चिप्स आते हैं, सब कुछ ये सब कुछ आता है, तो उसका रॉ मटेरियल है, तो वो रॉ मटेरियल कहाँ से हमें मिलता है, तो कि वो हमें कहाँ से मिलता है, तो वो हमें नेचर से मिलते हैं. ओके, इफ यू आर वेयरिंग द क्लॉथ्स, if you are eating the fruits, if you are wearing the shoes, then that all the things come from nature only. Okay, these clothes are made up from cotton, and that cotton is grown in the field. Okay, so that is also nature, yes or no? Yes. Okay, and other things, this water, oxygen that we are breathing in our day to day life, that also it is provided by the nature only. Okay, so nature is boundless. Okay, we cannot count the usefulness of the nature also, and there is no boundary of a nature. Okay, you can see the nature at each and every place. Okay, in nature, what does the things that includes in nature? In nature, all the things are included. Trees, then comes insects, small organism, oceans, fishes, aquatic animals, then wild animals, pet animals, milky animals. Okay, each and everything comes under the nature. So it does not have boundless, or it does not have boundary in it. So this is the meaning of a boundless nature. Okay, because its uses are many, that's why, and it is useful in our day to day life. Without nature, we can say that our life is not possible on the earth. So our first unit, that is unit number 1, boundless nature. In the activity 1, there is given a pre-task. Okay, that you have to see the pictures and just see that what is the uses of these 3 pictures. First one, it is given a shining sun, second one is given the windmill, and third one is given is the river. Okay, if you talk about these 3 things that is given in your textbook, then what does it mean? Then how it is useful? That sun is useful to us, it provides the light. Okay, it provides the light to the plants. Okay, and plant use this sunlight for making their food. Yes or no? Without sun, how we can say this is a day or this is a night? Without light, in a monsoon season, when there is a cloudy environment, okay, at that time what happens? We don't like, because there is no sun, and after some time, if the sun rises, or if we can see the sun rays, at that time we feel very good, that oh, it's now okay. Okay, we feel good because we are getting the light. Okay, our light, our artificial light, means tube light, lamp, and all these things are there, but you cannot live with this light, because it does not fall everywhere, but this sunlight falls on each and every person, animals who are living on the earth. So it is the main source of a light, you can say also. Okay, first of all, that sunlight picture is given, means a sun's picture is given, you can write one use, that is that it is the main source of light. The sun is the main source of light. Okay. Now second picture is given, it is of a windmill. Okay. When the heavy wind comes, at that time its windmill's fan rotates and it generates the electricity. Okay. It generates the electricity. That electricity is used by us. Okay, so we can write one uses of a windmill, that it generates the electricity. Okay, that is used by us. And the third one, which is given a river. Okay, that river has also many uses in our life. So I have just said that river is also used by us, and it has many importance in it. Okay, so this river, how it is useful to us? It provides water to us. It provides water to the animals, birds, small creatures. Okay, the river's water is used in the agriculture also. It is also used by the industries. So these are the few uses of the pictures that is given in your textbook. Okay, in second picture of a windmill, you can write one use of it, that is, it produces windmill produces, what does it produce? It produces electricity. It produces electricity. And the uses of river, you can write that in third picture. You can write that rivers is useful river is useful to human being, animals, then it is used in agriculture also. Okay, you should write all these three uses in your English notebook also. You can just take a screenshot of it. So you can write it in your notebook. Okay, then we will start our chapter. Okay, so take a screenshot of it first of all, then we will start the chapter. This was our activity number 1 that is given in your textbooks. Activity 1 that is given in your textbook. Okay, I think that you have been taken the screenshot of it, of this. Okay, now I will rub it. Okay, now we will start our chapter, that is boundless nature. Okay, in this chapter they have just talked about a orange, that we have seen a orange fruit. Okay, they have just talked about the fruit. Which fruit? That is orange. हम उसे हिंदी में क्या बोलते हैं? नारंगी बोलते हैं. Okay, it is of a orange color, yellow color. Okay, and we will see some of the different types of oranges here. They have been described here. Okay, let's start the chapter, that is activity number 2. Okay, activity number 2. And the story of an orange. Okay, what is the story? The story of an orange. Okay, nobody knows exactly from where the orange came. अब किसी को पता नहीं है कि ये ऑरेंज का बर्थ कहाँ पे हुआ. We can say like that only, no? Nobody knows exactly from where the orange came. Where is the native of the orange? वो कहाँ से आया वो किसी को पता नहीं है. Nobody knows exactly from where the orange came. Though Southeast Asia is thought to be its first home. Now, Southeast Asia, it is said that south in this universe, on the world, there is an area, means some countries are situated in southeast. Okay, not west. In western, if we say where is the western, then we can say America, USA, Canada. These all countries are situated in western side. Okay, east, west, north and south. Okay, so some countries of east, it is said to be the home of this orange fruit. Okay, but today it is grown in most of the warmer parts of the world. Now, what they are saying that, but today this fruit, which fruit? That orange fruit is grown in the warmer parts of the world. Means के जहाँ पे थोड़ी सी गर्मी होगी, वार्मर एनवायरमेंट होगा, ओके, वहाँ पे ये फ्रूट्स उगाए जाते हैं, कल्टीवेट करते हैं। ओके, हाँ, नाउ द ग्रीक्स एंड द रोमन्स न्यू अबाउट द ऑरेंज, the people of Greeks and the people of Rome. Okay, now they are saying that Romans, and before there it was named as Romans. Okay, this both countries people knew about the orange. कि ये दो जो लोग हैं, ये कंट्री के जो लोग से, जो पीपल से, वो इस ऑरेंज के बारे में जानकारी उसके पास थी। अब समझे कि किसके पास जानकारी थी, तो कि ग्रीक और रोमन्स के जो लोग थे उसके पास ये ऑरेंज की जानकारी थी, और उसको ये ऑरेंज के बारे में पता था। दे न्यू अबाउट द ऑरेंज, इट इज पॉसिबल दैट द ऑरेंज वॉज कैरिड फ्रॉम इंडिया टू वेस्टर्न एशिया एंड देन टू यूरोप। और एक अनुमान ऐसा भी लगाया जाता है कि ये पॉसिबल हो सकता है, क्या पॉसिबल हो सकता है, कि इंडिया, हमारा जो इंडिया है, वहाँ से उसका जो हमारा इंडिया है वहाँ से उसकी शुरुआत हुई है, किसकी, तो कि ऑरेंज फ्रूट की। ओके, फिर बाद में उसको कहाँ पे ले जाया गया, तो इंडिया टू वेस्टर्न एशिया एंड देन टू यूरोप। ओके, वेस्टर्न एशिया, और वेस्टर्न एशिया में भी थोड़े बहुत कंट्री आते हैं, और वहाँ ले गए, फिर बाद में कहाँ पे ले गए, वहाँ से यूरोप में ले गए, जर्मनी एंड ऑल दिस कंट्रीज सिचुएटेड इन द यूरोप। ओके, टुडे द ऑरेंज इज द मोस्ट इंपॉर्टेंट फ्रेश फ्रूट इन इंटरनेशनल ट्रेड। ओके, टुडे द वैल्यू ऑफ दिस फ्रेश फ्रूट इसे कहा जाता है क्योंकि वो बिगड़ते नहीं है इसलिए, एंड वो इंटरनेशनल मार्केट में इसकी वैल्यू बहुत है, क्योंकि हमारे इंडिया में अगर कम ये ऑरेंज कल्टीवेट होते हैं तो हम क्या करते हैं, अगर हमें बहुत ज़्यादा ज़रूरत है तो हम दूसरे कंट्री से मंगा सकते हैं, इंपोर्ट एंड एक्सपोर्ट। अगर हमारे पास अगर ज़्यादातर ऑरेंज होंगे तब क्या होता है कि हम दूसरी कंट्री को दे देते हैं। तो इसी तरह इंटरनेशनल मार्केट में, अगर इंटरनेशनल मार्केट क्या मतलब क्या होता है, द ट्रेडिंग बिटवीन टू कंट्रीज। ओके, अगर हम शॉप पे जाए, अगर हम एग्जांपल एक लेते हैं शॉप पे, ओके, हम शॉप पे जाके क्या लेते हैं, हम कोई भी चीज़ लेते हैं। ओके, और उसी तरह अगर सिटी और सिटी के बीच में कोई लेती देती होती है, वो क्या कहते हैं हम उसे, तो वो एक एक्सचेंज कहते हैं, वो कंट्री के अंदर ही होता है। तो इंटरनेशनल मार्केट में क्या होता है कि जो मार्केट एक और दूसरे जो कंट्री से वो दोनों एक्सचेंज करते हैं किसी भी प्रोडक्ट का, तो हम उसे क्या कहते हैं, इंटरनेशनल मार्केट में इस ऑरेंज की वैल्यू बहुत है, क्योंकि कोई देश हमारे से ऑरेंज लेते हैं, दूसरी कंट्री से भी ऑरेंज मंगवाते हैं, फिर वो भी अगर हमें कोई और चीज़ की ज़रूरत है तो वो हम दूसरी कंट्री से लेते हैं। तो ये इंटरनेशनल मार्केट हुआ है। ओके, so we can say that this fresh fruit, which is the fresh fruit, this orange is a fresh fruit, and it is the most important fresh fruit in the international market. Okay, international trade. The three chief kinds of oranges are, there are three kinds of oranges, which are the sweet or common oranges, the mandarin orange, and the sour and bitter orange. Of these, the sweet orange is the most important. अब ये तीन ऑरेंज के प्रकार है. There are the three types of oranges. Okay, one is sweet and common orange. Okay, the second one is the mandarin orange and the sour or a bitter orange. Of these, the sweet orange is the most. उसमें से ये तीनों में से ये उसके तीन टाइप्स हैं. That is given in your test book. That's why I am not writing here. Okay, and ये तीनों में से कौन सा important है? Most important is sweet orange. Okay, sweet orange. Okay, orange means narangi. Okay, now they have just talked about the three types of the oranges. Now it is after 3 years that the tree bears fruits. Okay, now an interesting kind of sweet orange is called the blood orange. ये जो स्वीट ऑरेंज होता है ना, तो उसके अंदर भी एक उसका प्रकार है, तो उसका एक टाइप है, तो उसका नाम क्या है, तो क्या ब्लड ऑरेंज. ब्लड का मतलब क्या होता है, ब्लड का कलर कैसा होता है, रेड होता है. ओके ओके, नॉट प्योर रेड एंड नॉट प्योर ब्लैक एंड ओके, दैट टाइप ऑफ रेड we have seen the blood, yes or no, it is of a red color. Okay, so in a sweet orange there is one type of orange, that name is blood orange. Okay, why it is known as a blood orange, because its color is red. जो उसका जो अंदर का जो जूस होता है ना, जूस टाइप के जो ऑरेंज का होता है ना, तो हमें अंदर जब हमें नारंगी हम मार्केट से ले और उसको 2 भाग में कट करें तो हमें कौन से कलर में वो मिलता है, तो क्या येलो या ऑरेंज कलर में. अगर हम ये ब्लड ऑरेंज को कट करें तो उसका जो अंदर का जो चीज़ होती है, तो वो हमें किस, जो अंदर का जो ऑरेंज होता है तो किस कलर का होता है, वो रेड कलर का होता है, इसलिए उसका नाम ब्लड ऑरेंज रखा गया है. इट्स पल्प इज डीप रेड इन कलर एंड इट इज़ ग्रोन इन द मेडिटेरियन रीजन. ओके, जो उसका जो अंदर का जो पल्प होता है ना, अगर ये मैं ड्रॉ करूँ ऑरेंज यहाँ पे, ओके, इसी तरह हम कोई भी ऑरेंज हम लेते हैं और उसे हम अगर कट करते हैं तो अंदर का जो वो सॉफ्ट पल्प होता है उसे हम क्या कहेंगे, पल्प कहते हैं. ओके, तो वो पल्प कौन से कलर का होगा, वो रेड कलर का होगा. ओके, दैट्स व्हाई इट इज नोन एज अ रेड, that's why it is named as a blood orange, and it is grown in the Mediterranean region. Okay, this Mediterranean region is situated, where it is situated, it is situated near the Atlantic oceans. Okay, the countries near the Atlantic ocean, it is known as a Mediterranean region. Now the second one, the temple is an orange with a thin loose skin. उसमें अगर एक दूसरा टाइप है वो कौन सा है, टेम्पल ऑरेंज. ओके, टेम्पल ऑरेंज. एक टेम्पल ऑरेंज है, तो वो टेम्पल ऑरेंज की जो ऊपर की जो वो उसकी छाल होती है, तो वो किस तरह की होती है, वो सॉफ्ट एंड थीन. ओके, ये टेम्पल ऑरेंज है तो उसमें उसके ऊपर का जो लेयर होता है वो बहुत सॉफ्ट एंड थिन होता है. फिर क्या आता है, इट इज़ अ मिक्सचर ऑफ द मेडिटेरियन एंड द स्वीट ऑरेंज. तो ये टेम्पल ऑरेंज है, ये टेम्पल ऑरेंज है वो किस चीज़ से बना हुआ है, वो 2 ऑरेंज से बना हुआ है. मिक्सचर ऑफ 2 ऑरेंजेस, वन इज स्वीट ऑरेंज एंड वन इज मैंडेरियन ऑरेंज. स्वीट ऑरेंज and okay, sweet orange, and one is mandarin orange. Okay, mandarin orange. This temple orange is made up of sweet, and it is a mixture of sweet and mandarin orange. Okay, now अब दूसरे पेज में, द सोर ऑरेंज इज ग्रोन ऑलमोस्ट एवरीवेयर स्पेशली इन स्पेन. अब जो सोर, जिस ऑरेंज का जो सोर जैसा टेस्ट है, ओके, द टेस्ट ऑफ ऑरेंज इज सोर, दैट इज ग्रोन एवरीवेयर स्पेशली इन स्पेन. स्पेन में ज़्यादातर वो उगाए जाते हैं और वो कहीं पे भी उगाए जाते हैं, पर ज़्यादातर कहाँ पे उगाए जाते हैं, वो स्पेन में हमें मिलते हैं. द चीफ यूज ऑफ दिस ऑरेंज इज टू मेक marmalade since it is too bitter to eaten as a fruit. Okay. What do you mean by a marmalade? Okay, it is a juice made up of sweet orange and it is a food item made up with orange and lemons. Okay, jam. Okay. Since it is too bitter to be eaten as a fruit, it is too bitter to be eaten as a fruit. So they are making a food item from this orange. Which orange? Sour orange. The orange is a clean fruit. Anyone who touches it only touches the outer covering. Okay, it is there is a description of a orange. Okay, so this paragraph will start in next lecture. Okay, till now we have just finished to the sour orange. Okay, you have to read to the sour orange, and first of all you have to complete the activity number 1 in your notebook. Okay, students, and after that activity 2 you have to read the activity 2, that is the story of an orange. Okay, the story of an orange, that you have to read, you have to find out the hard spellings and write the spellings in your notebooks. Okay, write the spellings in your notebook also. Okay, students, take care and stay safe and stay at your homes. Thank you, students, and have a good day.